and take on the next quest from Zero, entitled Nowhere to Run. Having given you due warning, Zero would leave you to your own devices. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the Void Sent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn served gold beds I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. Got it. We shall go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. Very well then. Off we go. You're going too, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. Oh, thank you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. I think I can handle my own. But very well then. Then it's settled. I'm ready when you are. Alright, speak with Zero and have her accompany you. Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak. Well, it's usually decided by the quest objectives themselves. Zero is now accompanying you. Keep her out of your sight in order to proceed with your quest objectives. Alright. Oh, but there's also a bubble here that we can observe. So, ask about Zero's abode. I call this my abode, but hardly spend any time here. I return only for meditation. While physical wounds can be healed by replenishing one's ether, you can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is the risk inherent in consuming another's soul. It dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside and out. To guard against this, I meditate, visualize who I am in a place all my own. Very well. It doesn't seem like there's much here other than a fireplace, some shelves, a little table there, and a bed over here on the left. Let's see who we can get some information on. Go from left to right here, and speak first with the side Void Sent. To walk around with her like that? You're her minion, then? That's not quite how it works. You know I don't take minions. She has some questions and I want you to answer them. Yeah, so if you could please help me out possibly. Golbez, I don't know that one. Only Scarth. Yeah, you might remember in Dunscaith, during that particular run, she had someone named Kanla who would come in to provide backup. If I remember correctly, I believe this is her. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Okay, so this isn't Kanla. Scarth was a powerful Void Sent who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez. Alright. And we see a hungry Void Sent over here, this slime. In Ramshackle Square, of all places, which I guess makes sense. Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. Well, actually... Golbez? Golbez, I've heard the name before. Ah, I remember. Always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. That's not what a crusade is. A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarello. He was a minion of another minion. Went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I see. Perhaps Farfarello can tell us more. Oh, who else can tell us more? Maybe this amiable Void Sent over here, this little imp, could possibly provide us with information. Hello there. You're one of the mortals! Is it true? When you die over there, you really die? Uh-huh. Although I don't know why you want to find out about that. So it is, so it is. What brings you here then? Well, we need to ask you about something. Ah, yes, Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently, he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours us all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he is about to make a move. Satisfied with what you've learned? But let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. I guess so. Yeah, close but not too close, right? It seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say I wouldn't have guessed that Farfarella once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. So what do we do? Where do we find this guy? I suppose I should explain. Farfarello is the weakest among us. Constantly in fear of being devoured, he seldom consults with others. Hold on. Need to keep clearing my throat all of a sudden. The only one he's comfortable with is Cerito. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until it's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ether. Such is their relationship. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfarello, I presume. Yep. Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way. So she'll be continuing to be running alongside. Meanwhile, elsewhere... Yeah, back over to here. And there's Golbez himself. Now that we've identified him.
They defeated Scarmalione.
Sadly.
I struggle to believe it.
Well, believe it.
They're very small, my lords.
Oh, that's what you are.
By one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria.
Oh, man. Maybe we've struck some fear into him with our new ally.
Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye.
If you had either of those.
If the very notion wasn't absurd! Drifted our gone, drowned in darkness. What were you?
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer.
That's right.
Were he alive, he would have returned by now.
But he isn't.
Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived,
then you're going to want to do something about it.
they cannot be suffered to live.
Exactly, there, Cyclops.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez.
Oh, hello there.
I, Barbariccia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
Well, at least we know what to look forward
I
to.
have succeeded. I would beg a boon of you.
Oh, is that so?
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
Oh, we know what she's talking about.
The insolence. Know your place.
It's like, divided equally.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
softly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
Oh, trust me, it's not gonna be futile. It won't be futile at all. We'll keep standing up to you as long as it takes. Alright, so Zero's right within me. Farfarello keeps to the fringes of my domain. This way. And it doesn't take long for us to pass through another text area. Ask about Farfarello's hiding place. The Void sent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please. But all must answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need ether. Except Farfarello and Ciriato, that is. They are content to take from one another. Barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Ciriato will not seek shelter until he is utterly spent. Farfarello, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. Same place, huh? So as Varshan is getting all of the eyes on that guy's attention. Alright, here's Ciriato. And their many eyes and faces. Whatever will I do now? Ciriato, this is rather unexpected. Where is Farfarello? Gulp. Farfarello isn't here anymore. He left. Yes, that's right. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, alright. What more do you want me to say? And away goes Ciriato, and off he flees as he was wont to do. But something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Ciriato's behavior? I don't think it was telling the truth. He seemed frightened. Perhaps someone had threatened him. Yeah, I think it's definitely that. I doubt it. Had he been threatened, we wouldn't have found him in one place. No, he would run in circles until he could run no more. That's his nature. So what do we do? As he says, Farfarello is gone, but that is quite unusual. Maybe he's in another place entirely? As is the fact that Ciriato, who was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee but instead hid here, where Farfarello usually... No. We must go after Ciriato now. What's on your mind there, Zero? Well, let's hit the ground running and find out. A vicious void send, yeah. Best to stay away from that doggy. As we run into this almost dead end. Ciriato, we need to talk. There's no time! The wind rises! We must flee! Where are you fleeing to, though? The wind rises. What is he talking about? After him. Don't need to tell me twice. So where is he going to now? Right to the other side of the building. Trying to do whatever he can to stay away. As we pass by a Stenian who's looking at these two bathing in what looks like poison water. Kind of reminds me of the poison water from the Creme Crocus Industries stage in Donkey Kong Country. Ciriato? What's gotten into you? What do you mean, the wind rises? Well, haven't you ever seen the movie from Studio Ghibli? When the wind rises, she comes! Barbariccia! Barbariccia? Who in the world is that? We must flee, all of us, there's no time! Away he goes again. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. Maybe he knows something we don't? It's a dead end beyond, we'll corner him. Oh, there actually is a dead end coming. Okay. So I'm on the corner. And down at the far end here. Well, it's not like it's a dead end per se. I mean, you could possibly jump down to there. If you really wanted to. Yeah, come on, Seriata. Zero needs answers, and so do I. What? Don't! There's nowhere to run! What are you running from? Yeah, what are you running from? I already told you! Barbariccia, the Archfiend of Wind! And I'm like, uh-oh. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade. But it makes no difference. In the end, we are all eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see. That explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfarella who used to serve an Archfiend, not you. Not you who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You who now speak as though you were Barbariccia's minion. There's only one explanation. Oh, devoured Farfarello? I can believe that. Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So that is the way of it? Did you devour Farfarello? And not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? I guess Zero can figure it out pretty easily. It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. Yeah, I guess she's known you long enough. Well, rip Farfarello, we never even got to meet him. You felt strange. It was as if there were more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely, it was at Farfarello's behest. I can't hide anything from you. Clearly not. I admit it. Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. And now? He feared Barbariccia more than anything. Hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. I guess. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. So what do we do? When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Until such a point. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't leg us so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here. No escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. And now, that desperation is joined with Seriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. So what do we do? This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be Ethan. Neither me or Farfarello. But there's nowhere to go. Nowhere! Then tell me about Barbariccia. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape our winds. No one! That's a lot of trembling there. And so...
Barbariccia! She has come!
Where is she? Well, how about right above us? Shutting out up there?
And she's brought her domain with her. The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt.
Also, you can take your land and move it to someone else.
Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
Alright then. Away I go.
I can't bear it! Eating and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
I know, you'll get that luxury.
You and me both.
Away she goes. Just leaving City Idol there to squirm and writhe and all that. Well, it looks like we've caught up with everyone.
One of the Archfiend's approaches.
Yep.
They must have been tracking our movements.
Oh, yeah.
She's here.
Brace yourself. It's not quite Garuda, but the intensity will still be there. Hello. You and your giant sword. Yeah, that is a giant sword. And a creepy smirk on her face. But yeah, she's a lot like
You
Garuda.
saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbariccia.
I would say nice to meet you, but you know.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear.
Well, too bad.
And what is this pitiful domain?
Well, I'm surprised you actually care to find out.
Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
Uh-oh. Yeah, throws something at the two of them and they just blow up. And I doubt she's even gotten started. So she'll absorb all their aether. That's how easily she can do it. I was expecting Zio to say something there. But yeah, she's
Alas,
put her
poor
foot down and her
Scarlet
sword.
And good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
Really want that answer?
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say?
Yep. Oh, you're finding this funny?
My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us.
Oh, what are you getting on at?
Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Very nonchalant about that.
Where is Ashdaya?
You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
I guess as an archfiend, she's able to sense that sort of thing. Much to Varshan's dismay.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Oh. Gonna pick up your sword and try and
Scarviglione,
display...
I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine.
Yeah, you're just gonna swing your sword around and display and demonstrate your strength again.
If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain.
Oh, jeez.
You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. one way or another, I will have satisfaction.
This isn't the South, young lady. They don't deal in satisfaction on a place like this. Oh, very well then, Garuda wannabe. Take your wind and piss off.
What's the plan then?
I guess we're going after her. Yeah, go after her, what else? Or if we go, we'd be playing into her hands. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
Oh, indeed.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
Only if she gets her ether.
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment.
Well, when you have nothing to lose, I guess.
Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
Of course we do.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't overdo it.
Mine is no ordinary ether. Barbariccia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
Good. Then we know what to do. And we know where to go. Alright, so it's actually a Stenian who we speak with in this quest, so let's do it. The less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let us set forth. Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbariccia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero? For what? Barbariccia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Clearly. Agreed. This is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. So before we can add to Scarmelion, the sequel as it were, we'll take 1,605 gil, plus a choice of tier 9 materia, Piety, Battle Dance, Quick Arm, or Quick Tongue. Since I really don't use any of these, I'll just take something for the sake of it, so we'll just take a Piety and be done with it.